Hello, procrastinators, and welcome to Nerd3's The Alpha Detective. Today I will be investigating Energy Hook. This is a game made by the guy who did Spider-Man 2's web slinging. And essentially this is a web slinging game, as I will show you here. Ready? Woo! See, you can do all your Spider-Man style web slinging, and it's basically going to be a score-based tricking and stuff like that sort of game. But it does leave me in an awkward place. You see, because I do love Spider-Man 2 a ridiculously large amount and have played it to death, and I've told you to play it to death, and I do consider it one of the greatest mechanics ever, playing an unfinished set is gonna feel kind of weird to me. So my opinion might be slightly off on this one. You might enjoy this a lot more than I do, simply because when I play it, I'm like, it's just like Spider-Man 2, but unfinished. And I will be comparing it to Spider-Man 2 a lot, because Spider-Man 2 is the king of web slinging. It's one of the only games to ever get anything like that right. So yeah, let's have a bit of a swing around. First thing I want to say is all the art, this is like pre-alpha design and stuff, so the final game won't look like this. It would look a darn sight snazzier. Animations still aren't quite there yet, so you get to run around like that, whee! Which is quite fun. The only problem I have with this at the moment is the web slinging just isn't there yet. It's just not quite there yet. That's for several reasons that I'll go through. One is the way the game sets itself up. So as you can see, before I start swinging, I send out this green pulse, which is like, I'm going to grab on there, and then you grab on there. But it's kind of weird to see the green pulse before you sort of fire the thing out. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't quite like that very much. Also, the boost and jump mechanics are on charges, so you can't just, like, because in Spider-Man 2 you could boost at like one per swing. You could one boost per swing. This time it charges, so you have to wait like until it's done charging, and I can't work out how to make it charge any faster than it does. So you've had to use all your boost over that. See, I have no boost for that swing or that swing, which means you start slowing down a fairly large amount. Also, the jump is kind of weird. If you push just spacebar, it uses up all the jump energy no matter what, and I have tried with the controller and it's no different. So you use all your jump up in one sort of go. The boost isn't even back yet. I can't quite work out how to keep boosting. Apart from if I hold down shift to use the boost, that seems to use a little bit. So it might just sort of be a bit buggy, but it just doesn't seem quite there yet. There are fixes for those things already. If you go into the options, it does have first-person mode and Oculus Rift support if you do happen to hate your vision, I suppose. If you do happen to not suffer from vertigo. Hang on, you don't suffer from vertigo. Vertigo's a Simpson of suffering from fear of heights, whatever that's called. Never mind. You can tune your gear and change things up. So this is where the game starts winning me back. You can change from those continuous jump sets to charged jump sets, which is much more like Spider-Man 2, so should be the option that's default, but it's not, so I recommend you change that. And on the Energy Hook, you can change those things around, so you can change off the trigger beam spread, the weight for the precision, so you can have just no weight, which I prefer. It just flows better. Just sort of that sort of thing, and you can change the maximum distance up if you want to target things millions of miles away. So you can customize the game a little bit for now, which is quite nice. Then you go back to the main menu and choose the levels. The levels are all locked away, which I find really irritating. So to unlock the levels, you have to do loads of challenge-y based things. So let's go back to this level. So these green beams, you can see challenges, and there's stuff like races, but that don't seem to have any time limits. It's kind of a bit unusual way of unlocking stuff, especially when it's kind of boring to do that sort of thing now. So that, as you can see now, if I hold down spacebar for the jump and then let go, I jump to that sort of height, which is a lot nicer. I prefer that way of jumping. It just gives you more control over when you're jumping. That does mean you can also jump at the end of every swing, so you can get yourself nice boosts around like that. So I much prefer this system for doing stuff. The boost is still kind of an awkward, weird system that I haven't got the hang of yet. What was the other thing? Oh, the thing that really bugs me. Now, there's one thing here that, like, if you happen to be watching this, Mr. Developer Man, please change this, because this is the biggest flaw you have right now, is the falling speed is just non-existent. The falling speed there isn't one. It's just, you fall this fast. I'm not building speed up, I just fall like a tiniest jump in the world, and then I can use a little bit of a spacebar so I don't break my legs. But there's no real full speed at all, which means that you just suck momentum away. You just have zero momentum. Whenever you're trying to do anything, you just have no momentum to get there. So when I'm trying to swing down, I'm just not getting anything off of it. I should be getting something off of it, and I'm really not. So I'm having to rely on a boost that I don't have. It's really quite an awkward system. That you need to be heavier. The character needs to be... Like, as you've seen, I started off the Spider-Man 2 video by jumping off the Empire State Building. By the end of it, you're going a bajillion miles per hour. And if you web swing off of that, you're going to go really fast. But if you go up to the highest building in this game, it's going to take you a damn long while to hit the ground. Things I do like is you can pull the webbing in, and I'm just going to refer to it as webbing from now on because that's what my brain has filed it under. So if you push R, you can do it. You can use a controller, but I said the controls were a slight bit laggy, and I preferred using the keyboard for it. It just felt better designed for the keyboard. There's a spin, so you have this option to spin, which seems to be the best way to go around corners, because that seems to give you this bizarre infinite speed. But then again, if you hit anything using going that fast, you ragdoll, which I'm not quite fond of. Alpha, it's an alpha. We'll ignore that for now. I much preferred sort of the, it's a really weird spinning system, but no, I much preferred the, just hitting a wall and that's like, oh yeah, the wall, well done. Because the ragdoll and then waiting for it to respawn just kind of sucks away valuable time. But yeah, if you do this spin, so if you just grab onto a bit of the ground and then start spinning, you just build up, like, infinite momentum from somewhere. It's kind of bizarre. Like, I thought this game would have, like, its web swinging down, like now to pat, and then sort of the rest of it would all be falling into place, so the vision stuff. But it does seem that the web swinging isn't quite done yet. There's a lot of weird things. Like this, it's just, you just get this momentum from nowhere. It seems like, I mean, unless they're going for like a no momentum sort of thing, but you shouldn't do that, because momentum was the whole fun of the Spider-Man 2 web swing. Don't tell me the guy who designed Spider-Man 2's web swinging doesn't understand why it's good. It's the momentum. It's why Sonic 1 and that sort of Sonics were vastly superior to any of the new modern, you have a super boost bollocks, because I couldn't get up the tiniest hill because I fucked it up. That's what Sonic should be. There should be planning and skill involved. There's wall running and stuff, but it's kind of a bit of a tricky thing to get going. See here, I've got no real momentum. I'm just using this turn function. I broke into 2 people? That is my favourite alpha bug I've ever seen. That was exceptional. Oh my god, I hit myself so hard I split into 2. That's brilliant. Completely forgot what I was on about now. So yeah, I'm just using sort of the turn, which is on your Q&E. So, hang on, if I just dangle still, you'll be able to see how kind of really weird this is. So you're dangling still, and then I'll stop pushing the button now, so you see she starts spinning, and after a while, she'll just build up a little bit of... Oh, I think I'm wedging the wall. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I was wedging the wall. There we go. So once you're kind of stationary, you start building up this, yeah, just stupid levels of momentum. Just from absolutely nowhere, and it feels really kind of broken. There's no... I don't know, it's just not very fun to get around the city, considering you just can, like, summon speed from nowhere and kind of cock it up. And split yourself into 2, apparently, which was exceptional. I'm so glad I saw that. Right, let's just try and get as high as possible. Whip! So, yeah, the best way to get around, which is sort of more keyboard friendly than anything else, is boost at the bottom to get yourself some height, and then accidentally push Q while you're trying to push W and catapult yourself into a pillar is the best way I've found to get around the city. Right, where am I going? There's no sort of wall run. No climbing. You can run up the wall, but it doesn't go up forever. And if you boost, you just sort of... You can slightly run up there, but it's a bit weird. Oh, good grief, the boost stayed on? Okay, so this time the boost stayed on. There you go. You can run up walls, but the boost bizarrely stays on for that. No idea. The game seems to be a bit kind of... not quite knowing where it's going with everything. Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you run up a wall, you can keep your boost on. So you can run up walls like that. Why can't I have the boost when I'm swinging, when I kind of need... You can't do the boost on when you're running as well, which is kind of weird. So you can't really get, like, nice, big, jumpy starts. Ooh, nice bit of architecture. Oh, great bit of architecture for showing off that the webs no longer collide with stuff. I see, this is the thing. I keep saying, it's a totally different game, but I'm going to be comparing it to Spider-Man 2 just because that's the pedigree here. That's the thing that we're building this on. And that's the bit I know this guy can make. So there you go. Look, we've attached that one there. So if we swing over beyond it, it's slide down. Sometimes the hooks budge, which is really quite weird. So you can actually sort of like slide along a bit. You see there, that did like, it slid down vertical surfaces. Not vertical, like non-vertical surfaces, angled surfaces. It slides down, which is really quite a bizarre thing. But as you can see there, it goes through the terrain. It doesn't, because like in Spider-Man, if you went around a corner and just clip the web, it would shrink to that length because it's sticky. You don't get that in this, so the energy hook sort of cuts through everything, which is, it's kind of disappointing. It's not like a end of the worst thing in the world. It's just sort of missing. And that's it. It really is really awkward for me to do a video on this because it's stuff that's sort of like missing from a game that this isn't. And this whole thing is being built on the... Don't you remember how awesome Spider-Man was? Yes, so I'm going to be comparing it to that. I hope you don't mind. Oh, I sort of boosted myself into there. Didn't splinter 2 that time. Oh well. And pavement. Woo! Wow, that was amazing. What happened there? I don't know. Right, so yeah, on like slightly vertical surfaces like this, not vertical, whatever. Some of them you can sort of stand on, some of them you can't, which is a bizarre. I really want you to be able to stand on surfaces, just because a lot of the it just really reduces the amount of architecture you can play with. Hang on, the camera's decided to kill me. Slightly wonky camera control. Again, alpha stuff, but it's worth mentioning it all. This is slowly becoming into just more bug reports and everything. There we go. Let's run up the building. Whoop, knackered it. Whoop, knackered it. Come on. Up the building. No, that's down the building. That's down. That's the wrong way. Never. If you're running down a building, never turn your rockets on, because you'll have a distinctly faster landing. But look at the speed I'm falling at here. It's like, she's literally having a casual stroll, and then jump, and we're fine. You normally would just crash in the ground, but time jumping, you're fine. There's just no full speed. That's one of the real killers of this, is just this distinct lack of momentum in a game that really, really, really desperately needs momentum. Should we go? Let's go and dig out a challenge. This one just here. Hang on, let's go and show you what the challenges and stuff are like. I've not actually done any challenges in this place, because the first map you get in is this really tiny area that's a bit confusing, and I got lost a lot. Oh, there was a challenge here 5 minutes ago. God damn it, let's swing around for a bit and see if we can find it. Yeah, so at the moment, it's not really... I think when this game finally comes out and when it's all polished and stuff, it will be fantastic, because it will be the Spider-Man 2 sort of web-swing experience, which is, you know, there's nothing like it. But at the moment, I can't really recommend it, because it's so damn clunky in its approach. It's really sort of clunky. In the movement, the animation, pretty much everything is still... It's just not quite there yet. The complete lack of momentum just kills the fun you can really have with this. Hang on, let's go into this one here. Whoop-em! Do a wall run. Okay. Alright, there we go. Whee! I did a wall run. So that's the sort of challenges that you have. That was a slightly easier one. But they are genuinely just little things like that. I mean, it's stuff that I just did, and it's that really annoying sort of tutorialitis. But it's like, do the game like this. Yeah, but I just looked at the controls. These games really need the tutorials they have anyway. That's a video for another day. But yeah, so this is, hang on, let's just spin. Oh, dodge them! Bum. Oh, I thought I'd smash into it. Come on, turn. Go up. Up! No, do a backflip. Bend over. Smash your face into the ground. Regret your life choices. Let's try and run up the tallest building and then jump off of it, just because that's how I like to end most days. Right. Ready? Jump and go! I do like the fact you're very Sonic the Hedgehog and you're running. I don't like the fact that, like most games, you have to use your the right mouse button. No, sorry, the mouse to look around, and it also controls where you're moving, so you can't look at yourself running sideways. I want to see myself running sideways. God damn it! It's the reason I'm running sideways. A slight ledge here. But you see, the way I'm trying to get out this building isn't by using the web swing, because it's just not really there. Unless I just decide to web swing and then rope in. Oh, hang on. I'm roping myself through a wall here. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. No, it's not fine. I'm sailing to my death. You fall a lot faster when you're a ragdoll. Which is probably why you crash into the ground and explode. Yeah, okay, right. So let's just jump off here. Just the speed. Just to watch the speed of the lack of falling. There's just no build-up. That's the real problem I have with this right now. So yeah, anyway, that's Energy Hook, tiny boost, and we don't break our legs when we land. That's Energy Hook. At the moment, I don't really think it's worth picking up quite yet. I mean, if you really want to see what Spider-Man was like in its sort of alpha days, then go nuts. It's slightly there. It's really slightly there. I will definitely have to come back to this one, because I can see this one having a lot of changes when it gets closer to release and when it's released. But for now, I really can't quite recommend this, because it's just... There's too many bits missing for it to be really fun. I think that's my problem with it, and it's... The fact of the matter is, when you keep going, it's Spider-Man 2's web swinging, it's Spider-Man 2's web swinging, and it's not quite at Spider-Man 2's level, it does sort of... You know, that does sort of hurt it a little bit. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra! Do a flip. There we go. Whee!
Enter the domain of the Nerd3. Videos dropping from above like bird poo. Enter the domain of the Nerd3. Videos dropping from above like bird poo.